Hey babes, welcome back to another video. Or welcome if you're new, you know? Because you might be. Because today we are doing another building TV show house houses. Today we are doing the apartment from iCarly. iCarly's apartment. Or Carly's apartment. Name isn't iCarly Sarah. We got this, don't worry. Okay, so I was really excited to do this one. Um, it took a lot of work, but luckily there were a lot more pictures than some of the other stuff. Like a lot more pictures than the Wizards of Waverly Place house. I think this show is really popular and well known. Oh, also before we get into this, in case you didn't read the title, this is a part one because just doing the outline of it and then the kitchen and living space took me 2.5 hours. And I was all like, yeah, this is already gonna be like a 20-minute long video, which it's like a few minutes less than 20 minutes. And I already did a 20-minute video. I was like, okay, we're splitting this up into more parts. But I feel like if I take more of my time on it, then it will be a lot better. So I hope you all can accept that the reason why I made it multiple parts. It's so it will be better for you. So before I go on, when this house is finished, it will be on the gallery, but only then. And it will be finished. I will put it up before I put up the videos, because obviously I'm going to film the videos, but then they're going to go up on Saturdays. So it's going to be like the next 2-3 Saturdays. I'm going to do this, probably the next 2 Saturdays at most. But as soon as I finish it, I'm going to put it up. So I was going to use custom content for this, but then I was like, you know what? I bet a lot of people are going to want to download this. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put in the basic stuff. So the base furniture, or at least most of the base furniture, things you would need to actually play in the house. So all of the bathroom stuff, all of the kitchen stuff. So sinks and counters and tables and stuff, and the couch and the TV and all of that stuff. That is going to all be base games, so you can play with it, and all of but some of the smaller decoration stuff, just to make it look more realistic for the video, will be custom content, but it's going to mostly be clutter stuff. It should only be clutter stuff. In fact, nothing you need to actually play in the house. So, yeah, because I want you to be able to download the house, but there is custom content in it, but it should be very playable without custom content. That's my goal for it. And you will see that when I just lay objects down before I put in custom content. There is some stuff like the end tables and the coffee table. I believe it's the coffee table also. I'm not sure about the coffee table, but I know the end tables. Those are in the living room, but you're not seeing that. Right now I'm doing windows. Also, if you have mosquito, the stuff pack, the fashion stuff pack, Moschino, I think that's how it's pronounced. Those windows, the industrial windows, would look a lot better, but I don't have that stuff pack. So if you have that stuff pack and download the house, I recommend replacing the windows with that. But yeah, just a tip. Let's see, what else do I have to talk about? Oh, before I get into talking about, the show this is based off, let's do my favorite segment. What was Sarah watching while building? I was watching, before I get onto that, there are some, pauses within the video. It's because I was, looking through my phone to find pictures of stuff, because I used reference pictures for, luckily for this, I have pretty much every room except for the bathrooms shown. This is a show where they show most of the apartment, which is really nice. And there was even something I found online where it was the floor plan of the first floor and then the third floor with the studio, which was very helpful. Back to the segment. What was Sarah watching while building? I was actually watching a YouTube channel that I've been watching for a long time, but only recently started watching again. It's Top 15. I'm sure you know it. There was back a while ago when everyone was going number 15, Burger King foot lettuce, the last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger, and so on. That channel. But I used to watch them way before they got popular. In fact, when people started doing it, because it was a popular thing, I recognized it. I was like, I know that. And I was like, because I'd been watching that channel for like years at that point. I think like almost 2 years by the time that got popular. I've been watching their channel since they had like only a few videos up. I really like that channel. It's very creepy and it really triggers my anxiety. And I promise. And once the sun starts going down after 4, I force myself to stop watching it because if I continue watching it, I will cry. Because it's just like the ambiance and like everything. It's just so spooky. But I love it so much. You should definitely check it out if you haven't, if you like creepier things. They have some non-creepier videos if you look back. They have like TV show stuff, like secret messages in TVs and hidden meanings in uh music or whatever, secret messages in music. But like their better stuff is creepy stuff in my opinion. But back to the house and the show. So if you've never seen iCarly, it was a show that ran from, I'm checking on my phone, but until then, I'll just talk more about it, about a girl played by Miranda Cosgrove named Carly Shay and her friends Sam and Freddie, I knew his name, who have a video web series. I don't know. This is like 2000s lingo, and I'm 18, so, you know, I don't know. But, so they film... No, I don't want the fandom. I just want to know about the show. I accidentally went to fandom.com. Sorry, guys. I clicked search, and it popped up. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, so they film it in her apartment, and it's, like, really, really popular, and... That's the show. I mean, like, and then it's a Nickelodeon sitcom by Dan Schneider, who's like Nickelodeon sitcom person. When did it air? It was on 2007. What did it go to? 2007 to 2012. There we go. So like, wow. But yeah, I really liked the show. This was actually this was the first Nickelodeon show I watched. Like not like a little kid show. Like I used to watch like their like junior whatever thing, and like yeah. So iCarly, I have a lot of fond memories of it. I'll be telling different stories about it throughout these videos, but for this one, I want to talk about a few episodes that I remember. All these episodes are based on memory because I haven't seen it since the last time it was airing like regular TV show time. Like, generally. Once they stopped, like, playing reruns, like, on a normal basis is when I really stopped watching it. I haven't really watched it since then. Few clips and all, but not the show, you know? So, the first episode I want to talk about, because I was thinking about it earlier today, even before I started, like, building it, because I started building it today, because I, was procrastinating and didn't want to build it, because, I love building these, and they get my channel a lot of views, so I'm gonna keep doing them because I know you like them, and I like doing them because it's like... But it's just like, I can't use a lot of creativity, and I have to like look for pictures and all that stuff, and so for this one, the only real place that I get to like customize myself is the bathroom, because it's the only place that hasn't been shown. So, like, it's the only place that I get real customization on, that I get to use my creativity, because everything else has already been designed for me. I'm just building what I see. And I don't really like that. That's just not my personal style. I like to be more creative. But, yeah. So, first things first, the episode that I remember the most is, so there was this episode. I don't remember exactly what happened, because I only seen it, like, once or twice. And it's been a long time. Like, the show ended in 2012, and I probably haven't seen it since at least the soonest 2014 was probably the last time I ever saw an episode. Like, honestly. Or maybe even 2013, but it's been a long time. And so there was this episode, and Freddie, who's, like, their cameraman, drops one of the, like, you know, those swirly light bulbs that have mercury in them? He drops it in the studio, and they're all like, oh my god, there's a chemical gas, we're gonna die! And that was, like, the episode. But I remember that, because it made me so afraid of those light bulbs. And I was watching a YouTube video earlier today where they were talking about those light bulbs, and it made me think of the episode, so I just wanted to mention it. Because, like, that's an episode that, like, really, really sticks out to me. Another one is, there's this episode. Oh my god, what I just had it. I don't remember what I was thinking of. Okay, but while I think of more episodes, I'll tell about some of like the impacts the show had. So if you've watched the show, you will know about a lot of the like foods and stuff they ate that are like really famous. One being spaghetti tacos, which actually is a dish that we very commonly eat in my house now because we wanted to try it, and like if we can't decide between like if we take out ground beef, we can't decide between whether we want tacos or spaghetti. We just are all like, okay, we'll have both spaghetti tacos. Let's go, fam. I haven't actually had like spaghetti in a taco shell in a while because usually I'll just eat one or the other because I'm crazy. But yeah, so spaghetti tacos are good. If you haven't tried them, you should try them. But yeah, I also watched this YouTuber who made like food from the show and ate food from the show for a day, which I thought was cool. But that's a different story. We already talked about YouTube. I watched. Let's stop. Yeah, woo. So yeah, this house, this apartment. Sorry. I was going to make it an apartment, like make it on a penthouse lot. Then I was all like, you know what? Why would I do that? It will just look stupid on that because it won't fill out all of the space. So if I ever make apartments, they're just gonna be on lots. And you can download them like houses. I decided. Also, for this one, I was really surprised that I only found like one video of somebody making this house for The Sims 4, and it was in Spanish, but it's fine. I think it was in Spanish. Yeah, it was in Spanish. I was just fact checking myself. Sorry. So yeah, you're welcome, guys. Here it is. Someone did it on The Sims 3, and many people did it on Minecraft. A few people did it on Roblox. But, you know, this is The Sims, and that's sort of my channel. So, you know, yeah. So like I was saying earlier, I only did the front room or living room or whatever you want to call it. And then the kitchen. We got this, guys. The audio is very behind, and I don't want to speed up my video, so I'm just not going to say much about the video. I'm just going to keep talking about iCarly. So, though I don't remember iCarly that well thinking about it now, like clips, yes, but like full plots. I remember the Fred episode, but it's because that's the most recent episode I ever watched was the Fred episode of iCarly. So that's like the freshest in my mind, you know? But I remember the episode where they did a webcast or whatever they were called. I don't know, I'm too young for this. Where they were all staying up all night for charity. And like dipped their heads in water and like they were just like, we want to go to sleep. I remember that episode and the dipping their heads in water thing was in the theme song, which by the way, when I was in the 4th grade, I was a cheerleader for my school. I was in the cheerleading thingy. And no, it was in the 3rd grade, wasn't it, when we did that song? We had that song for our cheer dance, whatever it's called. So the theme song for iCarly, what's it called? Leave It All to Me by Miranda Cosgrove. So yeah. What else do I have to say? Oh, Sam and Cat was the spinoff for the show, and honestly, I liked it, but just because I liked Sam, and I was young, so I was like, haha, his bright colors is funny, they made a joke. Because, honestly, most things entertain me. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I mean, I am a little bit now, because, like, Sam and Cat, what is that? But it's fine. Let's see, what else do I remember about the show? I remember that the principal on the show was, like, the principal in, like, everything she's in so many other things, like the principal or a teacher, I swear. Wasn't she also, like, a teacher in Glee or something? I don't know. Some show my sister watched, some show that I watch. I was like, girl, why are you literally just a school incarnate? Like, what's that about? I don't know what else to say. So yeah, Nickelodeon, I didn't watch, I was definitely raised more on, like, Disney Channel and younger things, because I wasn't allowed to watch, like, SpongeBob. I didn't even know Cartoon Networks existed until I was in, like, the 5th grade. We were definitely more Disney Channel kids, but I liked iCarly, and I liked Victorious when I was little, But now looking back on it and watching episodes, I'm like, I definitely liked iCarly more, and I liked the singing, and I loved Jade. But this isn't a Victoria's house. But I will talk about Jade for a minute because I have nothing else to talk about. Jade is like my spirit animal. Honestly, I loved Jade so much from like the first minute she was in there. Like I know she was supposed to be like the villain and all from like this, like especially in the first season, but I was honestly rooting for her. I never liked any of the other characters that much. Beck was okay. Kat was okay. The puppet was funny later on, it definitely, but I hated like the main characters, Andre and Tori. No, no. If they were not in the show, it would have been better. I love Jade and her scissors and her entire aesthetic. She was great. Her interacting with Kat was when I liked Kat mostly. But yeah, I liked the songs in it, in Victorious. But we're not talking about Victorious, though. It's very related to iCarly because like that whole world. Is it Dan Schneider? I think it's Dan Schneider. We're just gonna pretend it's Dan Schneider, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Dan Schneider like created because technically they're like all connected in some way. Drake and Josh is like a TV show in their universe, which is how they explain like the Miranda Cosgrove thing. Because if Drake and Josh really existed, then that would sort of be like, okay. But like, so in that episode of Victorious, when they were watching the sushi episode of Drake and Josh, and then when they had Gibby's head in the Lost and Found in Game Shakers, and then Game Shakers had a crossover with Henry Danger. And obviously, iCarly and Victorious take place in the same universe because because Victorious and iCarly had a crossover, and then they had a spin-off show with two of their characters. So obviously they take place in the same universe. But I think it's cool that they're all connected, though I think Drake and Josh is the only one that doesn't actually take place in like their reality. It's just a TV show. But I am honestly glad they did that because it'd be sort of confusing if they didn't do that. Yeah, that exists. Next time we'll talk more about iCarly, but I'm definitely going to refresh my memory on some of the episodes. Not watch them because I don't really have a way to watch them. But I'm going to like look through the synopsis and be all like, oh, I remember the episode where Freddie and Sam kissed. I hate that episode so much. They were the worst couple. I was like, no. I remember the episodes with the Gibby's kidnapper. Oh, it's time's up. Bye, guys. I'll see you in the next part. Thanks for watching. Bye.